What's the difference between Wondercon and Comic Con? This is like the younger sister. So just newer. Is it different? Is the vibe of it different at all?
Company.
Oh, same company?
This one is just not nearly as big.
No.
So, okay. And how long has this one been in?
They've been doing WonderCon for years. I remember before when I was like 10, they were doing it in Oakland.
And you're,
Wondercon.
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
was
like
in
just
Oakland.
recent.
No. Like originally, it was in Oakland, and then they moved over to Moscone Center in San Francisco, and then they switched it over to Los Angeles or Anaheim, because I mean it makes more sense. Everyone's out here, you know.
Yeah, it's been thrilling for us. We're not from LA, but we also have not been to too many of these, so this is quite
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking forward to this. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
It's quite painless so far.
It's a very diverse area, so I mean you get a little bit of everything, a little bit of everyone. Yeah. Is that intimidating at all?
Oh, no.
Because we're geeking out as well.
Yeah, we keep
I saw the
geeking
guys
out
from
too.
S.H.I.E.L.D. like,
Yeah. And also, I did Comic-Con in New York, and I was struck by, and I'm not just kissing your asses, but by how bright the people who interviewed were and the questions.
Be still my heart, darling.
Questions
Well, let me just put a big heart next to your name here in my notes.
I'm not trying to kiss ass.
You're all so good
So
looking.
handsome.
I was struck by the beauty.
Yeah. No,
particularly.
I had no idea what to
Thrilling to
expect,
see.
and I was like, oh, they
I get
know
a
these
heart?
genres. They know their characters. You cannot mess with what they just are so educated in this area. I was struck.
Well, I mean, you know, the universities that we go to learn about this stuff is very expensive.
Yeah.
It's, you know, the universities of having a cable subscription and watching TV at home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. / having no life. That's okay.
I love our fans. I love all our fans. And I've just joined Twitter about 2 weeks ago, expecting, really, I think, people who had very narrow perspectives on life. Basically, they don't do anything else but watch TV. But these are, I know. But these guys are so smart.
Yeah.
Our fans are really smart. I'm
He
very
also
proud of
connects
them.
with the ones in France. So in French, he's
Yes,
twittering
oh yes,
with
oh
them.
yeah. And then
it's
there's
fascinating.
some plot blockers in France who want to get a convention going.
Yeah.
They've gone right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should help them out. Wondercon
Yeah.
Flores.
Let's get them out there.
Yeah.
How do you say wonder? Merveilleux or something like that.
Yeah, Mireille.
Mireille Con.
Well, you said that a lot better than I could because I do not speak French. So how exciting was it when you guys found out that season 2 was going to happen?
I didn't believe it.
So it wasn't exciting. I was like, this isn't true. I just could not. And then I think Sean Ryan sent us a text saying, this is not a test.
Oh, yeah,
or something
on
like
Saturday.
that.
On Saturday, this is not a test.
This is not a test. And we were like, why are you doing this to us? That's not nice. We don't believe you. And then it was real.
I thought, because I think he started something like, you may have seen rumors on the internet, but the truth is, and I thought, oh, he's going to say the rumors that it's coming back. It's not. But no,
Yeah.
he went, they're true.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't on Twitter then, so I never heard the rumors. And all I'm hearing here is Sean, is he drunk somewhere in a corner?
Yeah.
That's not true, what's happening again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. How many pints did Erik have before he wrote this? Well, I think has it ever happened in the history of a television show? I know that it's been picked up and then canceled over the weekend after the upfronts, but I don't know in my 25, 30 years of acting, I've never heard of that happening. So it was hard to believe.
Well, I mean, the fans, I mean, they demanded it. Like,
Yeah,
it had to happen.
Rabid. They were really rabid.
They were great. I mean, you said it well
Yeah.
as well, that it's also, we need to note that Sony made their compromises.
Yeah, I think
to
because it was
sweeten
a
the
joint
deal.
production between NBC and Sony was like, this show can go on and on and on. We're going to, help out the math of this. I do believe that happened too.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it was fan enthusiasm, which probably put it over the top.
Yeah.
Was it? How many?
The first season.
For the first. Really, look what happened! Oh my
And
God!
also
do you know who
William
our
Shatner
biggest?
is
You
one
know
of our
he's our
followers.
biggest fan.
That's the most
Well,
exciting.
there was a
right?
crazy day where literally Les Dog, William Shatner, and Kelly Clarkson all were. I was like, okay, that's like, oh my,
Yeah, and
we
Leslie-
got over
What a mixed bag, right?
here and over here. I
Leslie
was like,
Jones is
that's
crazy
what's
for it.
good about Timeless, right?
We desperately want to get Leslie Jones.
Well, it's not the only thing that's good about Timeless.
No. It's so. We're so happy to be doing this show. It's so delicious. It's
Delicious. Mm.
It's a delicious thing because you go back into a period of history which you knew a little bit about, and then you learn about somebody you knew nothing about, and the way that our costumes and the set design and the history that goes into that. You know, they have a historian who lives on a cot in the writer's room, and he actually has written some of the episodes. David Hoffman, and he's just giving them all this.
And he's the one who sits there in the corner with a typewriter and just makes it happen, socks off and all, right?
No, no, please, no. Oh, isn't that interesting? How about the Lone Ranger being black? Or how?
It's almost shocking, isn't it, how ignorant we've been, yeah.
But
Catherine
you know
Johnson, I mean, I've
Captain
never heard
Johnson.
of it.
But you know what's also interesting is that they say, I heard Sean say that they actually they approach it from the emotional standpoint of a character. So they say, what is this character going through? And then they find the history, and then they find the people in history to match that,
Yeah.
not the other way around. It's not like, oh, well, what about that mathematician in the bottom, in the basement? They don't go from there to her to us.
Yeah,
They
that's
do it the
interesting.
other way,
Yeah.
which makes it so deep for the characters.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to ask about your characters. Well, tell me your it's on almost every episode, something new happens.
Oh my God, yeah. yeah.
So, in the rest of season 2, are you going to find, like, at least some of your secrets that you're hiding?
Some of the hands have gone to the pocket. What can I
The
tell
gun.
Body language.
I think what happened for last season was that Connor was compromised the entire time. So every scene, practically, except when a character has left the scene, is him acting in some way or other, putting on some sort of front. Everything's under control, or you better do this or we'll die. You know, everything he's done is to change somebody or to try to make them work for him in some way, or try to deflect her. Whereas this season he's got none of that. There's no reason for him to have any of that protection. So we see who he is, and he's no one. Because he doesn't have his industries, he doesn't have his big car, he doesn't have...
He has his brains.
That's all he's got, but I mean, he's got nothing to do with them because Gia and Rufus are genius technicians, so there's nothing for him to do necessarily. He's a bit useless and a bit sort of empty when we begin the season, and gradually, in every episode, I think, you get a little bit more and a little bit more until sort of halfway through, and then there's a bit more of an exposure.
It's fantastic. It's probably one of the best episodes of the season. You're not allowed to, man. You are away. They got you by the balls.
Contracted until they
We
say...
were happy, please, hear my balls, but no, you're not allowed to.
So I posted on Twitter that nobody realizes how rude Sakina Jaffrey is.
Now,
But now they
it's
do.
out. It's out.
I mean, clearly. I'm terrified by this woman.
Yeah.
No,
she's no.
I'm acting as that I'm acting as if I have poise and grace,
Yes.
which I don't.
If anybody's going to clown around, start clowning around, it's going to be her.
It
Not
is
the
gonna
younger
be-
ones. You'd think it would be
No,
Claudia
no.
or
Wow.
Malcolm. There'll be plenty. She
Yeah.
does dances.
Yeah,
Sometimes
well.
she gives us a song.
Erotic dances.
Sometimes. See what I mean? You see what I mean?
Well, I mean, when I saw that blue jumpsuit like down the hallway, I already knew she was trouble.
You two are having fun. You have fun.
Yeah,
You had fun with this season. So
Yeah.
I can tell positive energy.
Yeah, we do love each other. It's
Yeah.
real. Eric Kripke said something when I first got cast. I said, so how come there's so many fabulous people on the show? He said, listen, if I'm going to be working with people for 7 straight years, they better be the best people. They better just get along. I only want, wonderful people. And
he's done
I mean,
that,
it's a really amazing cast. We really enjoy each other.
friends
But
for
it
life.
starts from the top always. Sean and Eric are the biggest mensches you'll ever meet, and super smart and talented. So
Yeah.
it trickles down.
Yeah, they're very open as well to notes.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the
writers
most
too.
extraordinary thing. That writer's room is very unique in
Yeah.
that everybody gets a say in what happens in the season, and because there's so many smart people in there.
Yeah.
That's why end of each episode in season 2 is just like, what? How are
Yeah.
they going to get out of this?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the end of season, it's episode 10, which
Yeah.
we just shot. All of us, even while we were filming it, we were going, this is extraordinary.
Yeah. With this one shot, I think my jaw
Yeah,
just
we're
was
all
like,
this, yeah.
and we had read it on the page, but when we shot it. But I will also say that Eric and Sean are amazingly, supportive and developing writing talent. So you can have showrunners who won't let writers do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys literally say, this is that writer's episode. It's theirs. If you have questions, ask them. They're the ones on set. So that's a huge empowerment for the writers, and we feel it. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lovely.
Nice chatting.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time, guys.